Hey, you're listening to the Smoke Meat Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. Smoke Meat's brought to you by Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Such a great place to go. They make you feel like family every time you go in. So go in, make some new friends, or hang out and have drinks with some old ones. Either way, I goes to Joe's, and so should you. That's Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Today, we're carrying on our Clown Motel day today. So far, you've heard me talk to Angela Joseph and Thomas Churchill. Now we got the guy responsible for this whole thing. He is the creator, writer, and director of Clown Motel Spirits Arise, and they're filming Clown Motel 2. God help us all, man. Had such a great time hanging out with him. Without further ado, we're going to get this beast kicked off. Here's Mr. Joseph Kelly here on Smoked Meat. Hey, so how you doing today, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, if I was any better, I'd be twins. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you coming on, man. I know you've been busier than a cat trying to cover up a turd on a tin roof. But
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me. And yeah, just been crazy busy as we have 1 month until principal photography. So
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to this thing coming out, man. I watched the first one. Awesome. I loved it because I love clowns anyway, and the Clown Motel, man, genius.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So this one, I'll say we will have a bunch more clowns in Clown Motel too.
Mm-hmm.
And the military's coming in this time, so it'll be action packed and all that crazy, gory, fun comedy, all that shit.
Oh man. Yeah, I was telling you earlier about my clown, and he's pretty rough. I mean, during his first video, he chugged a fifth of bourbon in 10 minutes, which it was tea on the video because if I drank like Murray, I would die. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I saw Hemi, and I'm like, he has skipped some levels. He's got Murray beat. So
Yeah. See both of them back to back.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for this thing to come on and come on out. We're ready. We got to have it. And we got to have part 3.
Oh, yeah. That's what they're saying, part 3. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go more after that. But, yeah, we'll see how this one branches out. I think it's going to be a little twist at the end, definitely.
Yeah.
And, yeah, anyone who watched the first one, it's pretty much just a rescue mission now for the lead actress who got trapped in the Clown Motel and got a whole military squad of like 10 to 12 people going in.
Nice. Yeah, I know some of your actors in there. And is it okay to say who I know's coming in? And I don't want to throw any spoilers.
Oh yeah, of course.
I know I talked to Jimmy Starr, and that I'm just tickled that Ron Russell's going to be in there. Oh, Ron is so amazing. I love Ron.
Yeah, Ron and Jimmy. We actually did a scene last week. That was pretty good. They did a little news TV salesman selling knives and stuff, and then it's their birthday and a clown comes in, kind of like a little foreshadowing. But this is going to be playing at the old TV next week when we shoot the cabin scene with Ron Russell.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, Ron he is belt fed, man. Be ready. I love Ron.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been around with him a few times, especially at events and stuff. Always good time, crazy time, but yeah, overall fun and great guy.
Yeah, and between the two of them, they know everyone. And that's just awesome.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it. And great networking and stuff. And at some events I didn't even know about, they invited me to, and we ended up, at the VIP table having Grey Goose and just yeah.
So I can tell you about my show. I talk about the movies and things like that for a few minutes because that's what everybody does want to hear. And we kind of steer all kind of directions, and I've read the bios and all this stuff, but for my folks that haven't, how in the hell did you come up with Clown Motel? I know y'all passed by it, but
yep. So that's the story. Passed by it. I drove across country about 10 times already. And then, on my 8th or 9th time coming to California, I was going through Nevada after Las Vegas, and I passed the Clown Motel. So I was like, I got to stop here. And there's a cemetery 100 feet away, which is great. They did ghost hunters there.
Yeah.
And pretty much I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay a week here. And I actually wrote a script for a short film and kind of based the short script on the feature film. And the whole script, pretty much half of it was based on the town community, because in the old cemetery and stuff, about 50 to 75 people were gold miners who actually died from a fire. So if people saw the first one, that's how pretty much the clowns were gold miners, died in a fire. And yeah, so kind of tied in all together. And Tonopah is a great, small, crazy town, population 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no other places within like 2 hours away.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever saw that motel was on the Ghost Hunters episode. And, man, y'all stayed out there when you were filming, didn't you?
Yeah, we stayed out there. For the short film, I think we did about 3 days, and then we had to go back for 2 days of reshoots.
Yeah.
And that one was okay because, it was about 10, 15 people. But when we did the feature film, at one given time, we probably had about 40 people.
Oh, man.
So we ended up renting about, 12 to 15 rooms, so pretty much half the Clown Motel, and just staying there for about a good 6 or 7 days and filming there. And then we made our way to Boulder City to shoot those cave scenes.
Okay. Well, did y'all have anything strange happen? Any kind of hauntings or anything while y'all were there?
A couple people have. I know my executive producer, Dave Bailey, said a couple things. I'm trying to recall, but the cemetery and stuff. And I actually wanted to bring a Ouija board right in that cemetery, too, because, you just walk around there at night and you just get that creepy feeling. And it's like these are gravestones from like 1880s to 1910,
Yeah.
And you even see gravestones with like 1-year-old babies like dying of tuberculosis and all that. So it's definitely a strange feeling. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, my best advice to you: no Ouija board. There's a Ouija board
no
opens.
Ouija board.
It opens doors that you can't close, and shit comes through those doors. But what I would carry out there with me is, I know you're familiar with EVP. Used to be where if you were recording, you asking questions, you had to wait till you reviewed your stuff to hear it. Well, now I actually bought a recorder for the podcast and found out it would do this, and I'm aching to take this thing ghost hunting with me. You can plug your headphones in, and you can hear everything that comes into it real time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's made by a company called Zoom, and there's one by Tascam. The one I use is a Tascam D40X. And,
nice. And because I know you mentioned that before with Hammy and stuff. I didn't know if Hammy was all into that ghost hunting as well, and he did a couple of TV shows like that too.
Yeah. And
but
it's
that'd
fun.
be I could imagine. Hopefully we'll have a couple hours because I know some of my guys will have some kits and stuff with them. So just to see it, and we're actually going to do a documentary called Clown Hotel on the Clown Motel.
Mm-hmm.
So probably get some behind the scene footage of some stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. And what's really funky is the way I do my show is like we're recording now, and when I go to edit, I don't edit anything out of the show because everything, if I yawn, if I cough, if I say 10, 20 times, that's just flavor for the show. It is what it is. It's life. Yeah. And but then I'll go and I'll record an intro and put some music under my intro, and then I'll splice it together. Well, I did an interview with Stacy Toy, and I was the only one here. I'm down in my basement in my studio, and she was the only one at home also. And we're on the phone talking just like we are. And when I edited it, right before I asked her how she's doing, I got a voice that said, "I can hear him." Just a really loud whisper, and it was, oh man, it was creepy. First time I've ever gotten an EVP onto my show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it is. Do you think it was her location or yours?
I hope it was hers.
Yeah, I guess you'll find out.
Yeah, because I'm sequestered down here in this basement right now because of the pandemic. Being a paramedic, I'm high risk, so I don't want to get my wife and kids sick. So I'm staying down here, and yeah, I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I really don't want to be stuck down here with one. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, especially when you can't really go out and be like, okay, I'm going to go to the movies and get away for a couple hours,
Yeah. I had to go to Target this morning to get a new mouse, and had to run by the grocery store, and I just Oh, I felt like I was the big man because I wasn't at work and I was out. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I was being a
Yeah,
rebel. But
yeah, definitely.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
but no, I believe in ghosts, and it's funny. The people that are afraid of clowns, there's nobody that can just deal with a clown that they're okay with them. They either really love them or they're really terrified of them.
Oh yeah,
There's
exactly.
no in between. I'm actually certified. I used to teach fire safety as a clown, and Murray, the voice, was actually my first clown.
Oh
But
really? Yeah.
yeah, and I love that character. I love him. He's such a great guy. He's a piece of me, good, bad, or ugly. He is a piece of me. And
Yeah, and they stay with you because I know, like, with my second film, Bloody Island, I played a clown in that called Smiley,
mhm.
and yeah, it's just once in a while he'll just come back out.
Yeah, yeah, and the one reason I had to retire him from that is because of his voice. This is Murray's voice. Murray talks this way, and that voice lends itself to cussing so easy. And I really didn't want to get up in front of 1,000 kids and go, "Okay, stop, drop, and roll, you little bastards." That'd be pretty bad. It'd be
Yeah,
awesome, but
they'll
it'd be
stop,
bad.
drop, and run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I had to make another clown, but Murray's always been with me, and the videos I do, all of them except I knew who he was going to be and everything he does. The other ones I didn't know who they were until I put on the wig or the mustache or whatever their thing is, and all of them are one take and all of them are improv. But
Oh yeah.
it's funny how a character can just kind of take you over without even thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's like with doing a script or something, you get that whole thing. And I got one script for the last movie I did, Compatible. I was the lead, and it was probably like an intense action. I'm torturing this girl and stuff, but it was literally like 8 pages of dialogue. And when you have that much of dialogue in the one scene, plus you're trying to concentrate on the actions, the emotions, and then pretty much I was just like, I'm not going to get it word for word because I don't want to concentrate like fully on all the dialogue and skip on the acting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's whatever happens because she'll act different, and you just got to keep going with it no matter what happens.
Yeah, yeah. And to me, I'm wanting to get into acting. I've always done stand up, since I was 18 years old enough to get into a place to do it. And I've always loved doing it, and I decided before all this started that I wanted to act. So, I can do this, and I'm partially to blame for the pandemic because right before this happened, a guy that I've done stand up with forever, we're friends. We're not like come over to the house for supper friends, but if we see each other, we hang out. It's cool. Sent me some sides from a script he had been working on for a pilot, and asked me to audition for 2 roles. And one of them, it is me all day long. I mean, I was made for this role. And I'd filmed them and I sent them in to him, and all of a sudden, boom, everything shut down because of the pandemic. So I like to think that I got that role, but I caused the pandemic by getting it.
Oh man, yeah, it's either that or the White Claws, because right when the White Claws came out.
Hey, the claw is the law.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, all
Man,
that
but
is.
hopefully that picks back up and stuff, and you guys can continue that after this all ends.
Yeah, I hope so. And if I didn't cause it, my daughter did, because my daughter loves that K-pop music. And
Oh yeah.
she's really hardcore into BTS, and she finally got on a list for pre-orders and got tickets to their show here in Atlanta. Just over the moon, and all of a sudden, boom, postponed, postponed, postponed. So between me and
So
her, I'm pretty sure we did this.
Yeah, and you said Atlanta. Is that where you guys are from?
Yeah, I'm about 20 miles south in Fayetteville.
Oh, nice. I stayed in Atlanta probably for about 6 months a year. Yeah, doing wrestling school over there.
Yeah, I've got a good friend who went to wrestling school in Atlanta, Antron Brewer. He is now.
Oh no, yeah, no. I actually have him on Facebook. I think I was actually with. Oh, that's the one who was that the fireman or something?
Yeah, he was one of my
Oh
explorers.
yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, because I think he went to I think it was WA4 with Curtis Hughes, Mr. Hughes, who defeated the Undertaker. So he was our trainer and stuff. And a lot of people. I think Heath Slater came out of that school. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, there's a few names, and even some of the girls right now are referees for the WWE.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He's a NXT ref now. So,
Oh, nice.
and it's funny, when he started doing it, he was a full-time firefighter, and we had some people who were giving him a hard time about it. And I told him, I said, dude, don't worry about him. I said, if you want to do it, go do it. Have fun with it. Live your dream. And I mean, now he's living his dream, and that's awesome to me. I love when people do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's hard, and sometimes you don't make ends meet, and you can't have the normal life usually. But yeah, if you could do it and manage it at least, and it's fun. I mean, that's half of it at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and he would put on shows in Thompson. That's where I'm actually from, by Augusta, is Thompson. And he would actually put on some really good shows. And he had one coming up that the ring announcer had to cancel on him. So he asked me if I would be his ring announcer. And that was so cool to be a ring announcer for a night.
Did you do it in Mari's voice?
I wished I'd have thought of it. But I used my best Michael Buffer, coming to the ring.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
Yep, had my black pinstripe shirt on, my black pants. I was all stylish, and it was so cool. I had such a great time doing it. And my career was short-lived, but it was fun.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, it's funny. I never thought, because I don't like my voice. I just really don't like it. But most people I talk to say, you've got a wonderful speaking voice. And just love it. But all the things I love to do have to do with my voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, doing my show, doing my stand up. When I was on radio, and it's funny because. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, I'm like that's definitely true with what you're saying. The radio, the podcast, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because actually next month will be 5 years. I had 2 strokes, and one of them actually gave me a really bad stutter. And it still comes back from time to time, and it terrifies me now, especially since my show has picked up so much. And I do a lot of interviews, and I worry when I get up in the morning because it hits with no notice. I mean, there's no triggers that are specific. It just, when it decides to come back, I sound like the water boy on meth.
Oh man.
I just really never want to make that call to Eileen and tell her, look, I've got to cancel today. I'm stuttering, and so far it's been all right because I've gotten to where I can, if I catch it early enough, I can control it. But man, it's a booger when it hits.
Like Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's how I stutter. I repeat things over and over and over, and man, oh.
Man. How long was that for? Like intense, like 6 months?
It was about 4 or 5 months. And the name of the show actually comes from how I got rid of all of that. As it's smoked meat. I had a cook shack at home, and I've got a friend who loves to hunt, but he doesn't like wild game. So if he would kill a hog or a deer, he would call me and my other friend and say, y'all come get it. I mean, I'm out of work, so that's free meat. Hell yeah, I'm coming. And
might as well.
We would process it, and after a while, there's only so much hamburger and deer roast and pork chops you can make. So I said, well, I'm going to learn to do sausages and that kind of stuff. And I started learning and started making my own sausages. I do brats, andouille, pepperoni, summer sausage, you name it, I do it. I do a deer pastrami that is amazing.
Oh, man, you're making me hungry now.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, dude, I would be an asset on the set. I'm a medic, I can cater, and I'm a clown. Hint, hint. But oh yeah, but
all three.
That stuff centered me, and that helped me get through all of it. So as kind of an homage, I call the show Smoked Meat. Yeah.
Smoked meat. Okay, yeah. Now it comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny. Everybody thinks the show's about cooking, which I'll talk about food all day. I actually interviewed Ryan Rondino yesterday, and we had a great time. He's a celebrity chef, and we talked about food through the whole thing, and man, it was great.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, the only food I could cook is cereal. No, I can grill though.
Oh man. Oh, I'll tell you, next time you grill pork chops, take regular chili powder and Country Time lemonade mix and put equal parts and rub it, and the sugar from that lemonade mix will caramelize. Plus, you'll still have the little tart from the lemonade mix. plus a little bit of spice from the chili powder, you'll thank
Yeah.
me. Oh yeah.
Do you remember in the film Gondolia?
Yes, that was. Oh, he was
So
so creepy.
yeah, he's actually a pretty good cook too.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
so
him.
maybe during the documentary I'll have him make us meal, make us food.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first saw him. I'm like, of all the clowns I've seen so far, damn, he's creepy. And then I saw Hammy, and Hammy took the title.
Uh,
But
oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and that was like what an intro. It's like pretty much the tassels and you know glazing the ham, I guess if you want to say.
that's well put. I like that.
Yeah.
Who thought of the tassels?
The tassels was actually I don't know he's actually in Atlanta too, I believe. Circus Envy,
Uh-huh.
Nicholas Vincent,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a big clown. He goes to all the horror conventions,
Mm-hmm.
and he was on set with us, and he did our special effects. And he's like, "What do you think of these and stuff?" I'm like, "Oh man," because we had the hat and pig nose. I picked that all out with the makeup, and he just did the tassels, and he just even finished the makeup even worse, So
Yeah.
when Hammy came out the first time and I saw him full outfit, I pretty much just fell in the parking lot laughing.
Yeah. When I saw the tassels, I'm like, holy crap, it can get worse. Oh, good God.
Yeah, well, you'll like he has a couple cool segments in this one too, and yeah, let's just say he's going to be bobbing for apples.
Oh, man. I am ready to see this movie.
Yeah.
I am ready to see it. And normally whenever I have a guest on, when we're done, I'll ask them if they'll send me an autographed picture or something for my wall here. I have
Oh yeah.
I have a special request for you. I know you can't do it now because it would just not be kosher. I'm not even going to ask. But when all is said and done, I would love a signed script. That would
Oh
be
yeah,
amazing.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you. I got two of the original, and then when it's ready, I got two of the original. One signed by Michael Myers and one by Ari Lehman. So I'll send those, and then I'll sign the third one of the new script, and I'll send all three of those. Yeah, shortly.
Oh man, that would be amazing. Yeah, because I'm a huge fan. I'm just man, your genre and your taste is mine. I go all over the map, but your stuff is just man. And I know we were talking a little bit. Tell me about Compatible.
Yeah, so Compatible, it's pretty much like a dating game, not a dating game, pretty much relationships, and it's a new way to judge relationships. So instead of me just going out with a girl, we have cameras, and the cameras, there's users on the other line, and they judge our dating date. This is a good date, this is okay. And, she goes on a couple dates first, one with Pat Cusinati, one with Ari Lehman the first Friday the 13th. And, those dates don't go good. And then she goes on a date with me. And, best time. Second date, we have so much fun. And then, pretty much how it ends up is, it's who you meet online. You think you know me, but you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And things get pretty intense. And she ends up in a torture room, I'll say. And I'll almost leave it at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, like I say, man, you're up my alley. Your stuff you've done and you doing, man. It just, oh yeah, we're gonna see a lot of you. I just got that feeling. I feel I feel like I'm interviewing Spielberg before Close Encounters.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. But man, but yeah, I'm pumped. I'm ready to see this thing. So ready, because the first one,
So off the cuffs, yeah. So we're pretty much shooting next month. That's going to be a good 2 weeks to shoot in. Then we got about 3 to 4 months of post-production. And Clown Motel, we should have a premiere in Hollywood January 22nd weekend.
Oh, man.
And we're going to release it probably the late spring of next year, 2021.
Cool. Yeah, I'm actually, once all the virus and everything slows down or it makes it where we can travel more and actually be able to get out, I'm actually planning, I want to do a trip to New York and meet some of the people I've talked to up there, and I want to go out to California. And I may have to circle that weekend just because I know everybody will be in one spot.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to come to a premiere and visit California and stuff, yeah, definitely mark your calendars. That'd be a great one, and of course I'll get your pass.
Oh man, that would be amazing. 'Cause, yeah, I want to meet everybody face to face because as you're noticing, I don't do the normal interview. I don't ask what you've answered 30 times last week because I know y'all that
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
old, and it makes my show like everybody else's, and that drives me insane. I hate. I use a good
Mm.
example, Howie Mandel. I love Howie Mandel to pieces. And I looked on my podcast app one day and saw where somebody interviewed him. So I listened, and that's wonderful. I want to hear another one. And the other one was
Yeah.
the same thing with just a different voice on the other end. And another one was the same thing. And you could tell he was so tired of answering those same questions. And I
Oh yeah.
decided then I'm not going to be that way. I can't. I could get on and do my radio voice and so Mr. Kelly, tell us all about this movie. And you'll spout out the same stuff that you can get in a press kit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to me, this is a lot more personal. I love doing it this way. I don't interview people. I make friends. And
Yeah.
my
No,
listeners hear you
sure.
and learn about you as a person, and they're more invested and want to see what you've done and what you're doing. So that
Yeah. Yeah.
works.
Of course, it's great. It definitely changes it up, and and sometimes I'm like already prepared to the common questions and stuff. When it's a new question, I'm like, ooh, wait, let me think for a second.
Yeah. And this thing normally steers itself all over the place. I mean, I've went from talking about somebody's movie to talking about Bigfoot. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we everywhere. Are you a believer?
In Bigfoot?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you know Douglas Tate, but he plays the Sasquatch in the beef jerky commercials.
Oh
Uh,
man.
but yeah, so he actually played the first, not the first, Jason, Manhattan, Goes to Manhattan, New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that. But I mean, and I would really love to see like a really good Bigfoot movie.
I've got you one. You remember
Do you?
Bobcat Goldthwait, right?
Oh, yeah, I have to get refreshed again.
Yeah, from the Police Academy movies. He talk like
Okay,
this.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
one, he doesn't really talk that way. That was a good character he did for years. And he directs now. And he did a movie a couple of years ago called Willow Creek. And
Well, okay.
yeah, and it's a found footage thing. It's kind of along the lines of Blair Witch. But it's about a couple that goes out to Bluff Creek, California for his birthday to go to the site where Roger Patterson supposedly filmed Bigfoot all those years ago. And the first half of it is kind of like Blair Witch was, the interviews and seeing the town. And then they go into the woods and holy crap, it escalates quick and it's really good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's
writing
on
that
Prime
down.
right now.
Okay, cool.
And another good
Save that on
Bigfoot
one of my
movie.
tabs.
Another good Bigfoot movie is There's Something in the Woods. It's really
Something
good.
in the. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll
But-
save that. Yeah, I'll definitely get something to do because usually I'm just like after working all day and stuff, I need a couple hours of not thinking of work. So I play video games or try to watch a movie.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I do this show, just to get rid of work.
Oh yeah.
But
And
yeah,
you said you were a paramedic for 30 years, right?
yeah.
That's intense. Yeah. You ever watch that movie with Nicolas Cage?
Bringing Out the Dead, I have, and part of it I can dig, and there's other parts of it I'm like, really, come on, man, stop.
Yeah.
And my favorite movie about paramedics has always been Mother Jugs and Speed with Bill Cosby and Harvey Keitel.
Oh, okay. No, with Cosby, I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, that's like late 70s. The great thing about that is, it was about two private ambulance services and the things they would do with each other. And early in my career, I worked a lot of private EMS, and that movie was a lot more real than people realized. And I've worked with someone like everyone on that movie, and I love it because it reminds me of somebody every character does.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, and that's crazy. My first time doing the EMT ride-alongs for the fire department, pretty much this guy got ran over, backed up by a fire truck. He's still alive, but It was just like, uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's welcome to reality.
yeah. My first call, I was actually an explorer, and I was I'd graduated high school, and the guy that got me in the explorer program just asked me one day if I'd like to go. I'm like, sure. And we got in the back of the ambulance, or I got in the back of the ambulance to go on my first call. It was a head-on collision, and I'm like, oh shit, this is real.
Oh, yeah.
And we got there, and nobody was really hurt, but one guy wouldn't get out of his car, and we're over there
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to him, and I was just going, why won't this guy get out of his car? He's not hurt. His seatbelt's undone. Yeah, I figured out he didn't have legs. I felt like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'd say either that, they have legs. I wouldn't think of that because, yeah, sometimes it could be the spine too, and you just don't know how bad until you like move the wrong way or try to do something.
Yeah, he just didn't have legs. He couldn't stand up out of the car. I'm like, oh, I feel like a
Be
jackass
like,
now.
come on, guy, come stand out the car for us. No.
But oh yeah, if I could tell half the stories I knew, nobody would believe any of them. But they're so great.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll tell you off the air one day this one crazy story, but that one's really, really crazy. So I'll tell you later.
Cool, very cool. Oh man, well you're invited on here anytime. All you gotta do is call and say, hey fat boy, I'm ready to record, and all I gotta do is plug in and hit the button, and we're there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And yeah, and if you think of anyone you want at all, like Hammy or any of the clowns or any of the people attached, we could probably do a three-way or something if you wanted.
yeah, hey man, I'll do any of them. I'm always up for meeting new folks, and
All right, cool.
hey, I will do any of them. And the dude that
Good.
played Sasquatch, Douglas Tate, that would be cool just
Oh,
because I'm
yeah.
a Bigfoot dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm actually sitting here looking to my right, and I've got a gallon mug of the Sasquatch, the Jack Link Sasquatch. Yep,
Ooh.
it's here on my desk, and it's wearing my hat.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got like couple. Yeah, my room's all messed up. Got clown heads everywhere.
Nice, very nice. But yeah, I know when I do Murray, my makeup, when I do my real clown, it takes me like an hour for my makeup. Murray literally takes 30 seconds.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, old school, just like boom, boom.
Oh yeah, he is. Usually when Murray's on video, he has just came from a bachelorette party. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. You like I say, check out the YouTube channel. You'll love Murray. He is awesome.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll check that out. I think I got you here. Let me see. And then, yeah, that sounds great.
Very cool. Very cool.
And you said drinking the bourbon, right?
Yes. Yeah, he drinks a fifth in
Nice.
about 10 minutes while he's doing magic. Yep.
Yeah, wow. Mine's to go to is wild turkey.
Oh man, I like the Jesse James bourbon. It's
Oh, yeah.
Jesse James, the guy from the band Jackal, has his own brand,
Mhm.
and it's a cheap bourbon.
Yeah.
It's like $16 a fifth, but it's really good. I was impressed with it. That's my go-to.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to, do that next time.
But I've got a bottle of Lead Slingers here also, and it's pretty good. It's veteran owned, so I dig that. It's some of the guys are tied in with Matt Best and Article 15 clothing and all that. So they're good folks. So I like to support them too.
Oh, nice.
But
Of course.
yeah. And it doesn't hurt that they did the movie Range 15. Have you seen that yet?
Range 15, that's with Mindy Robinson, isn't it?
Yeah. She's
Okay,
in
cool.
there.
And she's in Clown Motel too also?
I just found that out the other day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Range 15 is so amazing because I didn't have the privilege of serving the military, but I know a lot of people that did, and I understand how people think. And
Yeah.
this movie is made for veterans all day long. It is so awesome. You'll love it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw the checkpoint. I got to see Range 15. So, yeah, that'll be on my list this week, too. Because
Cool.
especially, that was my goal. I have 30 days to film it, and each night I just want to watch one military movie,
Yeah. Well, you will love that one. It is hilarious. They do stuff that'll make you go, huh? But it is.
Oh,
great.
really? Yeah.
Yeah. Not all zombies are killed.
Not all.
Yeah. But it's a wonderful thing. Oh man, well I appreciate you coming on here, and I'll talk all day. I know you got a bunch of stuff to do, and like I say, you're welcome.
Yeah, no,
anytime.
I definitely appreciate it, Brad. Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, we could definitely set up something with some of the other cast members shortly.
Yeah, outstanding.